Yeah, hey Kenny, hope you're doing well. I guess just obviously when you're playing against Alabama and you're playing against a team that plays at one of the fastest tempos in the country, I guess just what are some of the challenges that go into preparing for a game like that, and how do you guys kind of handle that kind of challenge?
Well, you just said it. Alabama's one of the most potent offensive teams in the country. The way they shoot threes, the way they get out in transition, the pace of their offense is hard to simulate. The way they pass the ball to each other, two dynamic guards with other players around them that can really shoot the ball and score the ball. Our thing is to just be solid. They make contested threes, they make tough shots. They're going to do that. But we want to see if they can do it for 40 minutes. That's our game plan.
And then when you're playing against a team that plays as fast as Alabama, do you focus on trying to match that pace, or is it more trying to slow them down? How do you kind of I guess balance those kind of factors?
Well, it starts with transition. When you watch them play and you look at the tapes of what they're doing, they get stops, and even on makes, they push the ball up. So my guess is I watched 3 games, 4 games, and out of those four games that I've watched, I've seen them make 8, 7 threes just out of transition alone. So how do you stop those baskets? How do you prevent them from getting those situations? Um, is vital to have success against them.
And then talking about, I guess, Darius Acuff and obviously how good he has been, all season. I guess just how much are you guys relying on him to, I guess, handle that kind of pace, maybe be able to slow the game down when it needs to, or speed it up whenever he needs to as well.
Well, he does a great job of just controlling the game, like you're saying. Anyway, his pace, his knack for reading defenses. He's seen every defense that teams have thrown at him, from trapping him to hard showing to switching bigs on him, guarding him, running jumps. He's seen every defense there is. He's done a good job to this point of really controlling and playing with pace and being poised as well.
Jackson.
Hey Kenny, we're getting to the nitty gritty of the schedule, and you guys are right there chasing for an SEC title. Just wondering how much talk in the locker room. I know you guys want to take it game by game, but is that, do you mention the motivations of trying to win a conference title that hasn't been done here in a long time?
No question. I think we talk about, we say it in a different way than what you just said. We talk about let's continue to get better. We're playing for something bigger. Um, let's continue to build on what we've done. Whatever our weaknesses are defensively, offensively, let's get better at that. Let's each guy get better at, instead of putting it on one particular, let's win the SEC, we talk about being our best, which is the same thing.
Billy, I think he scored at least double figures now in four straight, and of course he had 25 against Auburn. Before the season, a lot of us thought, hey, if he shoots threes better, he'll start scoring more, but he hasn't made a three in that stretch. How has he been able to kind of take his offense to the next level without that outside jump shot, just showing itself on the box score at least?
I think Billy has done a great job in transition, getting out flying. I think Billy Richmond does a great job when defenses say, okay, the numbers say you don't shoot the three, so we can back off you. Well, when you do that, similar to Giannis with Milwaukee, here's a guy that's coming at you with a full head of steam. And it's hard to stay in front of that. And he's figured that out. I think that he's working on his jump shot. He's getting better at it. Um, but he doesn't need the jump shot to be a three. It could be a two. And as long as he shoots it with confidence, we'll live with it. He's playing some of the best basketball of his career. We're proud of him. We still need more. And he's been, great right now.
Are you guys, it seems like maybe sometimes the way you guys get him scoring and moving toward the basket, it feels a little similar to what y'all did with the Duthiero last year. Is that true? Just kind of him catching on the move, coming off curls? Is it a similar style in some ways between those guys?
Yeah, some of that is true. Some of it also is having a feel for how to attack gaps, how to attack defenders. Um, and some of it you can teach, some of it you just got to have a feel for. For example, if the ball is coming to you and the defender's on the top side, you catch it and rip it, and you see it before if the ball ever hits your hand that you have this gap and you take it. He's just been playing off his instincts, playing off his motor, his energy, and he's tough to deal with when he's playing that way.
Alabama does a lot of, with their movement and passing, they can kind of get big switched onto their guards at times. But that's something you guys haven't been too afraid of. You think the big TB Pringle are capable maybe when that switch happens of staying in front of their guards tomorrow night?
I think so. I think that the one great thing about our bigs is that they all can move their feet. Now, there are times when we get lagged, so we're not focused on it as well as we should. But for the most part, if they're locked in defensively and they're active, they're all mobile bigs. TB, Malik, and Nick Pringle can all move their feet versus guards.
Thanks, Kenny.
Hutch.
Yeah, Coach, are you able to provide any update on how Carter's doing? And then also, as a follow-up to that, how important has Billy's recent play been given, Carter dealing with the injuries?
We're still waiting to get an update on Carter. And Billy, in the time that, Carter's been out, Billy has stepped up and played well, which Billy is going to play well regardless. And we need everybody, man. So we're a team that we're 8-9 deep, and we need those 8 or 9 to all be playing at their pretty best. And this is coming to the time where we really need everybody on board playing well.
I feel like we've asked you something similar to this or the other coaches about this quite a few times, but Nick Pringle's going up against one of his former teams. Do you get a sense from him that he's got a little extra motivation for a game like this?
I don't know how he couldn't. He got his foundation starting there at Alabama, and he has a good feel for what they've done and what they're doing. And Coach Cal talked to him yesterday about giving us what he's known about what Alabama is trying to do. So he's helping in the scouting reports and having a feel for what they do and what they're trying to do.
And last one for me with Darius, as good as he's been this year, and y'all knew he was going to be good when you recruited him, but has there been anything that's surprised you about him, this year?
For me personally, I would say the thing that I don't know if it's a surprise. Obviously, anytime you get these high-level freshmen coming in the door, you go through adversity, and they're going to go through adversity. And for me, he's done a great job of staying confident and being self-assured that he can get through whatever's thrown at him. And that's refreshing in a time when you have juniors, sophomores, seniors that come into college basketball that's been there for a couple years, that they are playing and they understand the magnitude of what a possession is. Where even Malik Thomas, they've come in with a fearlessness and they're not really worried about the moment. They're just playing, and they're playing off their instincts, and they're playing confidently.
Connor.
Yeah, Coach. Cal talked about just how important TB's play has been the last couple of games, and that when he's playing like he has been lately, it just raises the ceiling for what this team can accomplish. Just what has changed for him, and what have you seen from him that's clicked a little bit more these last couple of games?
I just think his energy level. I think when TB's locked in and focused on what he has to do, um, he's a special athlete. He's a special basketball player. I still believe there's a lot more inside. Um, Defensively and rebounding and blocking shots. Um, that's sort of what he is by nature. Um, and at times, we all put such a premium on shooting the ball that we forget just how impactful it could be to get 12 rebounds in a game, 15 rebounds, 6 blocks in a game, 5 blocks in a game on a guy that could play 3 possessions, the 3, the 4, and the 5. That's vital, and I think he's bringing us that, which has helped our numbers defensively tremendously.
And then before the bye week, Cal talked about how he kind of has two teams and was harping on that game-to-game consistency not being where it needs to be. Since the bye, obviously, it feels like you have played a lot more consistent basketball game to game. What do you think's changed for the team mindset wise from the bye week into now? And do you think that you can carry that moving forward?
We hope we can carry it moving forward. That's the game plan. I just think we're coming to the end of the regular seasons. We got 6 or 7 more games, um, and it's that time. And we, from day one, we preach and teach about this time of the year and being on the same page at this time is the most important time to get your rhythm, to get your identity of who you are, what you are as a team. And we've done a good job leading into this time, and we just got to continue to build on it.
Thanks, Coach.
Daniel.
Hey, Kenny, just one from me. I mean, with Billy, I mean, he's had some, he's always been that, an important like spark plug and cog in your guys' machine. But I mean, the scoring has just become more consistent over the last 4 games. I'm just curious. I mean, did something change in the last couple of weeks that maybe has given him more confidence, or what's kind of led to his rise just in the last couple of weeks?
I think Billy, when you watch him, you see that he's really just playing to win. And if that requires him to be a little more aggressive offensively, he'll do it. If that requires him to just play solid and when the passes are there to make the pass, he will do it. If that requires him to guard the 5-man, Billy Richmond will do it. Billy is a winning basketball player that we're not telling him to go out and look to score 20 points or 15 points. He's just playing. He's playing the game to win. And what has happened is he's found a rhythm offensively doing that, and he's building on it.
Appreciate it.
Anthony, wraps up.
Yeah, just one more from me. Obviously, you guys defensively, you've held each of your last 3 opponents to 75 or fewer points, and since the Kentucky game, I think your defensive efficiency rating has gone up by 25 spots. I guess just what has been, I guess, the biggest key to, I guess, those defensive improvements, and I guess how do you guys, I guess, continue to build that consistency on the defensive side of the ball?
Great question. And I'm going to say this. A lot of it is the leadership of TB on that end of the floor, playing with great energy, great determination, not just blocking shots, but changing shots, uh, um, guarding multiple positions on switches, keeping the offensive player in front of him, rebounding. You put a TB and a Billy Richmond on the court together, and what they're capable of doing defensively, that has made a difference in us. And then our guards fighting more to square the ball up in ball screens, having more of a conscious, determined effort to create stops for us. And then we still got to get better at rebounding the ball, or those numbers would even be better than what they are now.